Yo, what is going on today, everybody, and welcome back to another Fortnite Chapter 4 video. Today, we're going to be jumping into the new solo victory cash cups in Chapter 4 Season 2 and everything that you need to know to prepare yourself to qualify for the new finals. This video is going to be divided into two chapters, so if I'm talking about something you already know about, you can refer to the chapters down below. The first chapter of this video is going to dive into everything you need to know before competing, such as when the tournament takes place, the scoring format, and more. In the second chapter, I'm going to be talking about gameplay tips and tricks that you guys can learn to implement into your own gameplay to increase the probability of qualifying for the finals. You guys have absolutely been crushing the like goals, dropping 50 likes like every single video. Let's raise the bar. I want to see if we can drop 75 likes on this video. I know that that's daring for my channel size, but I think we can accomplish that. So if you are new around here and you love Fortnite content, then definitely consider subscribing, as well as if you want to take it a step further, typing in code JCMYT into your Fortnite item shop. So without wasting any more time, let's jump into the first chapter of this video, when the tournament's going to take place and how you're going to be qualifying for finals. So for the first solo victory cash cup of Chapter 4 Season 2 is going to be taking place on April 2nd, and each of these solo cash cups are going to have 2 rounds just like before. The only thing that's changed is the timing. Round 1 is going to be from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is only a 2-hour long opens, which I'm going to get into soon. Round 2 takes place the same day from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So basically, round 1 is going to take place. It's going to last 2 hours. At the conclusion of that event, they're going to take a 1-hour break, and then at 5 p.m., they're going to start round 2. And as you probably heard a second ago, round 2 is only an hour long. So you're probably wondering, why the goofy timing? Well, this is how it's going to work. The top 7,500 players from opens at the end of the tourney will advance to round 2. This is the easiest tournament in Fortnite history to qualify into a finals for. Once the 75 players get advanced to finals, every player that wins a match is going to make $100. But here's the catch. You can only make $100. Even if you win more than one match, you are capped at making $100 in the finals. I think what Fortnite is going for with this is allowing a lot more people to make their first earnings. However, you need to keep in mind that it is the top 7,500 players and not the top 1,000, so the competition in finals is going to be a lot easier. Considering they give you 1 hour in finals, you may have time to play out 3 to 4 matches. So if you look at it as an individual perspective, players are going to be making less money, but overall, Epic is giving out more money to more players, if that makes any sense. By the way, this entire format that I am explaining is the exact same in Europe as it is on NA Central. Also, if you were wondering, all you have to do to compete is make it to Contender League in Arena, and that will unlock the Victory Cash Cup for you. So now that you know the timing of each round, what is the scoring format for each round? So in round 1, the 2-hour opens, eliminations are only going to be worth 1 point, and if you win the match, you can get up to 30 placement points. And as far as round 2 scoring, it's going to be the exact same as last season. If you make it to finals, kills don't give you a single point, it's just winning and making $100 if you win. I think for pros, this tournament might not have the best format, but for someone who has never made earnings, this might be the best format ever. So now that you know the logistics, the scheduling, when everything's happening, and the scoring format, let's go ahead and hop into some gameplay tips and tricks of my own that I think is going to help you guys greatly in qualifying into the top 7,500 so that you can compete in finals for every solo victory cash cup this season. So one thing I want you to keep in mind is for like the first 5 zones of the match, my ping is like 50 to 60, and then randomly at the end of each match, it drops to like 30 to 40. I don't know why it's been doing that, but that's what I've been getting. I bring that up because I know some people are going to be playing on high ping because of the NA Central change, or just anyone on high ping in general. Some of these tips might help you a lot. The number one most important thing that you can practice for this solo cash cup is getting the best drop for your spot. It does not matter where you pick to go. You could be going Mega City, you could be going the Citadel, I don't care. Make sure that you are a god at landing there before everyone else. Having a good early game where you're not getting pushed off spawn and making it out of spawn is the number one thing in solos. Notice that this guy lands on me, but my drop was better, so I get the freest kill of my life just because I'm good at making a drop. for this next tip, you always want to start a fight using your SMG no matter what. It is a fact that the twin mag has the fastest damage per second of any gun in the game. So especially if you have high ping, this is the #1 thing that I would practice if you're trying to take more fights. When I was rotating out of my drop spot here, I heard this guy farming bricks, so I crouch so that I don't show up on his visuals indicator. And like I said before, I'm starting this fight off with an SMG beam. Immediately this guy is 80 HP or less. When I drop down, I'm trying to take this guy's wall, but I notice he's going through the top of his box, so I get the wall before him in case he wanted to place it there. And he ends up panicking and trying to use the kinetic blade, which honestly, this was the freest kill ever, all because of how I started the fight. Very quickly after I eliminated that guy, I heard somebody crouch walking up to me. Crouch walking can be very difficult to hear. However, if you have a really good headset and you just crank the volume, you can still hear them pretty well. So this guy is just non-stop spraying me with an SMG. So honestly, right here in this situation in my mind, I'm thinking he's probably not going to let off of that SMG. So the next time he went to spray his SMG, I went to take a peek from an angle he wasn't expecting so I can start the fight with him on a health advantage. I tried to piece him right here, but he ended up leaving up before I got to him. So I just go back and I reset my stuff and I'm sitting in a box waiting on him to make the first play. Notice I have max chugs, dude. If I just let this guy get aggressive on me, I can take advantage of him and win this fight so easy. I'm sitting on this wall when he drops down in front of me. This is an angle that you always want to take a shot from. You hug the very left on your wall and the enemy can barely see you from this angle. But knowing me, I completely whiffed the shot. I end up making another box behind me, just creating space. The more space I have, the easier it's going to be to fight this guy. And since I had just made that box, I know he's going to immediately try to take it. So I go for a pre-fire right here, hit him for like 46. And as soon as I hit that shot, I know that he's going to want to heal. So I don't waste any time in editing straight at him into his face. And because he went to pop chug splashes, there is a delay between popping chug splashes and pulling back out your builds. This is the perfect time to try to take the wall on your opponent, which is exactly what I did. I get the craziest piece control. I was never going to lose this fight, all because of the way I played it. Fast forwarding onto the late game, anytime you see one of these bad boys, go ahead and box around this in metal because it will give you a lot of metal back every time. You need to capture it and get its loot. I cannot stress enough how important heal-offs are in this current season. Almost every single game in this season at the very end is going to have 0 zone with like 5 people all healing off. And these little caches around the map that spawn drop 2 slurp juice every single time. Now, we're in late game, there's only 3 other people alive, and this is a tip that I hope you don't have to worry about because hopefully Epic decides to remove it, but you need to locate where the pulse rifle player is. Odds are you're not going to be the guy that gets the pulse rifle in your match unless you're just Booga. But every single late game, there will be a player with the pulse rifle. He is your main priority. You either want to kill him or avoid him. Like I said, hopefully Epic removes that broken gun because it is not competitive whatsoever, but they might not remove it, so you need to keep that in the back of your head at all times in every single late game. I noticed that this player was crouched behind this tree right here under the guy with the pulse rifle, so I thought, okay, well, if I crack his shield, the guy with the pulse rifle will hear it. And surely enough, he kills that guy. I get a top 3 just because I cracked that guy's shield. From here, I'm gonna let the rest of this game play out so you can watch what happens, but I want you to pay attention to exactly how I use the kinetic blade because this is your #1 ticket to rotating in every late game and every solo cash cup game. Notice the exact time that I use the blade to rotate and how I use it to position myself between the last 2 players. I'll be back really soon to do the outro. And you know what? I might have lost that game, but I'm honestly kind of okay with it because it's Epic's fault for putting in the most broken gun in Fortnite history into competitive. But you know, it is what it is. You're not going to win every game anyways. I really hope that some of these tips and tricks helped you guys out in some way. My goal for you in this video was that you would walk away after watching this knowing everything that you could possibly ever need to know about the Solo Victory Cash Cup coming up in about a week. So go out there, do the best you can. I hope you get your best placement this season. I'm going to be going for mine. If you want to see another video of mine, it's on screen now. Thank you guys so much for all of the amazing recent support here on the channel. As always, guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I'll catch you all in the very next video. It's been your boy, JCM. Peace.